Welcome to the Java Cafe, Java fam. Good morning. Welcome to the Java Cafe, Java fam.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. It is Thursday, June 9th, 2022. It is Thankful Thursdays, and I am here this morning with a very impromptu guest. We're going to bring her in a few minutes, but let's just go in and say hello real quick to those that are in the Java Cafe this morning. Good morning to Daryl from Tennessee. Good morning, Java and the Boston fam. Go Celtics. Miss Teresa, good morning. Hopefully you had a good birthday yesterday. Pastor Marion, good morning to you. Mama Java, my mom, good morning. Good to see you in the room. And also my sister Nikki and Lasagna, good morning to you as well. So if you watched the Celtics game last night and also a couple of the other semifinals, you saw this great queen, this woman from Boston. She's been in the Java Cafe before, and we're going to talk a little bit about her song. But I would like to present to some and introduce to others our wonderful local celebrity. Like, I'm sitting here trying not to turn pink this morning because I have a celebrity on, but such a humble sister. And so, Michelle, good to see you in the room this morning. Thank you for coming in early after being at the Garden last night. And they won. You got the witness. Got the witness victory. Let me just be a little petty before we start. Green, you got the wait.
Woo!
Damon Green, did you pray for him? Did you stretch your hand?
He needed somebody needed to pray for him because he was out of control.
He is just too much, but you know, we got the victory, so I'm just happy about that.
Yes.
But before we show last night's clip, and I'm glad you have one, so I don't have to steal it from Channel 5 and get in trouble. But introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about yourself, and then after we show the clip, we'll talk about that experience as well as talk about, like, you're blowing up. You're really blowing up, and I know you did that face, and I know what that means. That may not be the intent to blow up, but to get a message out and share your gift. But introduce yourself, tell us a little bit about yourself, and then we're going to show the clip, and then we're going to talk about some thankfulness and why you're seeing the results of never giving up.
Yeah. Good morning to all the listeners and viewers. My name is Michelle Brooks Thompson. I'm a national recording artist. Some might be familiar with me from NBC's The Voice when I was on there in season 3. I've kind of made my rounds in Boston as the national anthem singer for all of our sports teams. If you follow the Apollo Theater, you might have seen me there, and so many other different platforms that I can't even think of. I'm here with you this morning, Jimmy, to talk about the moment last night.
The moment, and listen, it was a few moments. And what I mean by that, there were a few notes in there that I'm sitting here like, and I got aggravated because I tried to record it and then the little reel messed up, so I didn't get to record it, but I can always go back and watch yours. And so let's begin with that and show the people exactly how you performed, and just, yeah, you killed it. Let's go and show that. Hopefully Facebook won't act stupid and we'll be all set. Here we go.
Country with the presentation of our nation's colors. Tonight, the colors will be presented by the USS Constitution's color guard. And now, for the singing of our national anthem, please welcome top Billboard charting indie recording artist and Voice Season 3 finalist, Michelle Brooks Thompson.
whose broad stripes and will rise strong through the perilous fight. Oh, the blood passed away. Is that you? The words of forget and be streaming out of his bright eyes. Get through the night that I believe was still there. Oh, Satan's and short finger, there is
There were all type of notes in there. I just saw a little man over there. I remember a video you posted of him. You caught him singing Michael Jackson or something. You saw. Good to see him. Good to see him. So more than last night, you've done this a few times, but there was something different last night. Let's first of all talk about and thank God for the audio folks having everything right for you.
Yes, Lord. I did have a little bit of a fear about that last night. I'm like, okay, this is gonna be televised, please. Even when I started, I was like, oh my gosh, what if the mic doesn't come through on the TV and they don't hear it on TV, but they hear it in the stadium, So I was like, please, no repeat of the soccer match.
Listen, you know what's happened to me I think the night that we had you on in the beginning of the song for Never Give Up, I pressed something in like the first few minutes. So I know about technical difficulties a lot. But Michelle, you exude this professionalism and as this celebrity that you do, but to really get a sense of knowing you, and I saw that night, you're a good friend of my brother Mark, and I know the people that he works with. You have a lot of thankfulness. You have a story. You've shared a little bit of it. And so while you're doing the national anthem, you're a national recording artist that is busting down charts, Billboard, over in the UK, all these other coming out, in the top levels. And so catch us up from the time you came on about Never Give Up until now. Like you're doing it.
Man, God has such a divine timing, a timetable that we and the natural realm don't always understand. And not only do we not understand it, we don't like it because sometimes it's not within our timing when we want things to happen. And so, Never Give Up, when Mark wrote it, God had given him that song. And for me, and it was delivered at a time in my life where I was on the brink of giving up, right? Because I'd been on this journey for so long and there were so many disappointments. And I just felt like, you know what? If I can eliminate some things, I'm going to do that. And God was like, nope. Because I got to send a reminder to you because you're closer to the top. You're closer to the win. So you cannot give up. And thankfully, Mark didn't listen to anything I was saying about giving up because he called me one day and was like, hey, let's talk. I know you're feeling a little discouraged. And I'm like, okay, what do you got to say? And he takes out his paper. No lie. He takes out his notebook because that's Mark.
Mark is known for the files of. Have you ever seen his notebook with all the notes? Yes. When it's time for him to play, he said, "There, hold on, I got it right here."
Yep. A filing system that only he knows. Okay.
Oh my God.
So he starts reading the lyrics from Never Give Up, and I'm sitting there. We're on Zoom, and I'm like, really? I know the song. I sang it. I recorded it. And but it really resonated with me because I was closer to the top. I didn't see myself last August when I made the decision to stop singing. I didn't see myself, releasing Never Give Up, it being in the top 20 right now. It was number one on the internet charts for 5 weeks. And I didn't see my song making number one in the UK. I didn't see any of that. And so sometimes when we are right there, ready to give up, God is like, no, the promise is right there, but you have to have the faith. And so I am like a witness, and I can tell somebody, like, listen, 6 months ago, I didn't even think that I would be where I'm at today at all. And not even to mention the opportunity to sing for the NBA finals last night, which is, just mind blowing for me. And, I just look at this song as something that ministered to me first,
Yeah.
and then the people, because it was my testimony. It is my testimony about my journey and keeping the faith, and knowing that what God has for you is for you. And in due season, the Bible says you shall reap if you faint not. And, I was on the cusp of fainting, like, Lord, I can't do this. I don't
And you
want to
said
do it no more.
you said last August. And so when you refer to that night that you was thinking about giving up, I thought this was like a couple of years ago. You're not even a year out from the decision to give up. When did you and Mark record the song?
So we had recorded it in May, I believe, of 2021. And we hadn't released it yet. And we were planning on releasing it in 2022, actually the end of 2021 in December, but we pushed it back to January. And in the interim, after we recorded it, things just started happening. And I was like, I'm all set. And even though we had recorded it, I was like, money lost, I guess, but I'm not going to go forward anymore with singing. And I'm going to, just think about what my next moves are. And God was like, no, you're not.
And I mean, it has just been amazing watching your journey. And I'm trying to figure out here because, if we play it through Apple Music, you're big time now, so they may cut us off. So I'm going to try to find the track that Mark sent me. But since then, the charts, you made number one on internet charts. You made number one over in the UK. What is coming up for you if the Celtics or the NBA has it right? They're going to have you think. Let me see. We're what, 2-1. There's a second game on Friday.
Friday or
Friday. They haven't booked you for Friday yet.
No. But everybody's like, you just need to sing at the rest of the games because every time you sing, they win. And I'm like, I don't know. They got to give other people the opportunity. So.
And see how humble you are. But listen, we haven't been to a finals in 12 years, haven't had a game here. And so, we need to stick with what you sang last night. And look what happened. In spite of, what's his name? Damon Green. In spite of him, we're supposed to love everybody.
Yeah.
We're supposed to pray for everybody, but that brother, he just,
You know what I think, and I said this online because I feel like the Celtics have such a heart. Like, you look at the NBA and you see the players, you see the aggressiveness. Like, you don't see the Celtics players come out of character. And when I saw Mr. Green last night come out of character, I just felt like, wow, like you're representing your own brand, first of all, and then you're representing the team. And I know there's a thing, sportsmanlike conduct.
Yep,
My husband's a coach, and I just thought that was very unprofessional of him. And I get it. Everybody wants to win. Whatever platform you're on and you're competing, you want to do that. But you also should have some kind of humility to you. And, the game is not that intense where you lose yourself. That's just my opinion.
But no, because of who you are, and I got a sense of you. Can we take that outside of basketball and adversity? What is it that you would say when you're in the game of life and things are coming at you, folks are scoring, you're sitting back, you step out of bounds and whatnot? How important is it to still keep your character? Because I heard something you were saying there. Yeah.
It's so important because, you know, people are looking at you, and I can truthfully say I've been in that game of life where everybody around me is winning. Everybody is going before me, and I'm not sitting there with my arms crossed having a tantrum. You know, I'm like, wow, congratulations, because I know when it's my time, you know what I mean, I'm gonna walk in it and enjoy whatever God has for me. And you know, people look at that like, wow, like you couldn't celebrate somebody else, or, you know, you were so self-centered on yourself that you can never support other people. And I just think that that's really an important trait for our character and who we are as a person. And, you know, I just think it's really important. I know it's a basketball game, but still, there's character. And I don't think he displayed that last night.
And that's one thing that our guys are known for. Our city is known for being a passionate city. We set the standard for fandom, you know, and whatnot. But at the end of the day, when the jerseys come off, you still have to have character and whatnot. So thank you so much for speaking to that.
Yeah.
What can we expect from you coming up? Do you have any dates booked in Boston besides it? Because the Garden, you know, those tickets are interesting. You know, you all set, but
mortgage payments, right?
Listen,
Mortgage payments.
Come here. So when are you doing anything soon? Has City Winery been smart and hit you up to come there, or what's going on?
So I'm thankful I'm doing more outside of Massachusetts. Like tomorrow I'm on the road in Buffalo, and then
in Buffalo.
Yeah.
What are you doing
for
there?
The New York Honor Guard or National something? They're having their annual awards dinner, and I'll be there to perform the national anthem, and Amazing Grace. And
can I just ask how impactful is it that you're going to be able to minister in Buffalo?
You know, I thought about that after the shooting. And I just feel, I know there's so much controversy about the national anthem. And, you know, in my conversations with God, I'm like, Lord, you using this Black woman to go all over the country to sing a controversial song. And, you know, I look at it like God has a bigger plan that I can't see and that people can't see with the natural eye. And I know that I've been gifted to sing and to bring about a peace. And it was interesting because last night after the game was over, I was going to my little green room, and this gentleman kept eyeing me. Never seen him before, and I'm telling you, when God has a word for you, he will send anybody. And so I came out the green room, and he just walked up and he started speaking to me, and he was saying, "You are anointed. And God is placing you in front of nations." And I'm like, I just sang the national anthem. He don't even know me. He don't know my beliefs. He don't even know anything. And I'm listening to him, and my husband's just looking like, wow, like, you know, you've heard this before. And, you know, God is doing something bigger that I don't really know fully yet what it is. But, you know, going to Buffalo, I just pray that there's a healing that comes through my voice when I sing this weekend, because I know that healing is needed everywhere, not only in Buffalo, but in all of our world, because people are hurt, they're grieving, you know, there's still COVID, people have lost so much in the pandemic, and now with all of the killings and shootings and everything, we're all hurting in some way. And if God continues to use me in that capacity to bring healing through my voice, to bring peace and unity and love, I'm all for that. He can use me for that.
Thank you for giving that context. because I found myself saying you're going to Buffalo to minister, and the national anthem piece for me and a lot of these folks here, we're not even sweating that, because that when we say you singing it, that's not even an issue. That's a door open for you. But there
Yeah.
is a ministry being done, and you mentioned you were singing Amazing Grace, and so I couldn't let that piece go. That you will be in an area. Yes, you're singing the national anthem for the honor guard, and that is the opportunities that you're getting. Don't let nobody, because you know how some of us is sometimes. You go ahead and do you, and you minister.
Yes.
But what I heard was you singing Amazing Grace, and that there, I believe, along with the anointing that's going to be on whatever you sing, that right there, I think, is going to be a unique experience, because that area needs to hear the frequency of your
Yeah.
voice and the healing that you'll bring there. And so, is there, and you know what? On one hand, I'm being a little selfish, because I'm like, well, when are you booked in Boston so we can come see you? But then I enjoy and appreciate the fact, and this is helping me a little bit, that you're going outside. He's expanding, enlarging your territory
Yes.
to not just
Absolutely.
within Boston. And so, Michelle, I am so proud. We didn't grow up together. We ain't best friends, kiki every day, but there is a kindred spirit and the sincerity and humility that you have. And there's a couple of folks that that's in here. Pastor Oldham, good morning. I thoroughly enjoy
Oh
your
yes.
talented tone. Buffalo, yes, my kind of place. Folks really enjoyed you. God blessings be upon
Thank
you from
you.
the Oldhams. And everybody was in here talking about how you sang last night. You have a humble spirit and whatnot. And so, Michelle, you
Thank
be
you.
encouraged and keep doing what you're doing. And I know as you get into the bigger platforms and whatnot, we're here. Anything you need to get out, let us know. Every once in a while, when you hit Carnegie, I'm going to be in your inbox that night, talk about what you're doing tomorrow morning.
Oh, I will be in Boston next weekend, but I'm at the game at the Red Sox. They're doing a special Juneteenth celebration.
Okay.
So I'll actually be singing the Black National Anthem. Yeah.
Or what? So, do they give you a certain number of entourage to come in with you? I mean, I could come and just hold the phone and take the picture. I could do behind the scenes. Because
Thank you.
you sing lift, the national Black anthem, lift every voice, as you know we affectionately call it. Please make sure. Look at little man. He's like, "Mom, you're not done yet." Listen, this was last minute, and I know that you're a family person and you're running, and so we'll let you go and spend time with them.
Thank
But,
you.
Michelle, thank you so much. Again, we are
Thank
here
you.
to support. And every once in a while, when I see you do everything you do is big. But when I see you do certain things, don't be surprised if I'm like, hey, what are you doing tomorrow morning at 9:00? But be encouraged. And I'll let you have the last word for this segment. What is it that you would say to the people? Whatever you want to say as a closing message to them.
Man. One of the things that I've always said is that when I sing on purpose. It's never just to sing a song. And I know that God has gifted me with a gift that, so many people are just like blown away. And the number of people, and I said this on social media the other day, that whenever I sing the anthem, people actually come up and say, thank you. And, I had so many people last night just saying thank you, like whatever they felt, whatever was going through their body when I was singing, it meant something to them. And so I, just want to let people know that I am here. I love what I'm doing. I love the fact that God has given me this gift to share with the world, because music is universal. Doesn't matter what language you speak. There's something that penetrates the soul with music. And I feel very blessed to be able to sing and share that gift with the world, especially now, more than ever, because it's just a crazy world that we live in. And so many people need something to uplift them, to give them motivation, give them inspiration. And if not only my voice and my music does it, my journey alone because some people need that inspiration to never give up, because there is something for you. There is a purpose, there is a destiny. And even though you're in a storm or you're in a period in your life where it's dark, you can't see past that, you have to know that there is a rainbow, there is a blessing at the end. And, you know, I've talked about this on other interviews that I've been on, but when I was 15 years old, I contemplated suicide because I had lost my parents when my mom passed away. My father walked out. I was being bullied in school. I had no siblings. I had no friends. And I remember sitting on my bed with a razor blade, and I was going to basically take my life. And at that moment, I thank God for sparing me. And when I look back, I think, wow, God, I couldn't see all the things that you had for me. And that's what the enemy does. He kind of just gets you so tunnel vision on what your problem is, what your situation is, and what you're going through, that you can't see anything past that period. So we make a decision based on that. But God said, you know, I know the plans that I have for you, you know, to prosper you, to give you good things. And so there's so many things waiting for us that the enemy wants to distract us and block us from getting to. But I just encourage everybody to hold on, that even if you're in a dark place right now, there is light. There is a breakthrough for you. You just have to keep your faith. As bad as it seems, like, you got to speak over yourself. You got to encourage yourself and look in the mirror and say, you know what? We're going to get through today. Take it one day at a time, even if it's 1 hour at a time in that day. But you take that time and you press and know that God has for you what he has for you. You can't compare it to what else is going on in somebody else's life. Whatever God has for them is for them. And just hold on to him. Hold on to his hand and be encouraged and never give up.
So there's a few things there. I want to ask you something first, and then, because you mentioned one of my songs, and I know it's first thing in the morning, so I don't know if your vocal cords are ready. But if we
What
could,
you got? What you got?
the song you just said, words,
Encourage yourself.
yes. But before we do that, I just want
Okay.
to go back to one thing, because we have a Black veteran here, and we were talking a little bit about the national anthem and whatnot, and so I want to make sure that this is here. And he's you need to get to know Uncle Thaddeus. He's a good brother.
Hi, Uncle Thaddeus.
As a Black veteran, I am very proud to see and hear you singing the national anthem. Simply thank you.
Wow.
And one of the most woke, brothers we know out there. And so I just wanted to name that, and just for you to keep that in your back pocket. But Pastor Odom also said the same thing as well. So if we could, if you
Sure.
don't mind giving us a couple of bars of encourage yourself, and I'll go ahead. I don't have my white sheet on my handkerchief, but just a couple of bars of encourage yourself, and we'll let you go and be with little man.
Okay. Now, don't judge me if I mess up on the words, because I haven't sang this song in years, but I'll give you a little something. Sometimes you have to encourage yourself. Sometimes you have to speak victory during the test. And no matter how you feel, speak a word and you will be healed. Speak over yourself, encourage yourself in the Lord.
I was waiting on that vamp. So I minister you.
So I minister to you. I minister to myself.
Life, my God.
Because life can hurt you so. To you feel there's nothing left. No matter in the Lord.
Now, no matter where you are right now, real quick, unless you're driving, just put your hands together real quick and just tell them thank you. Tell them thank you.
Yes.
Listen, yeah, I need to get you off the screen, Jesus. Michelle, we both rocking because you know that's the anointment that man was talking about last night.
Yes, God is so good.
You have not seen yet. You have.
Listen, I was trying not to go in after I finished singing because I was just so overwhelmed and everything was going through my mind. Like, you know, like God was like, see, you wanted to give up, but I had this for you. If you had given up, if you had given up, you would have aborted the promise, the thing that I promised you, the thing you've been waiting on and praying for. And so I was so emotional standing there singing and just replaying like everything in my life and the platforms that God has blessed me. And this was like by far one of the biggest. And, you know, it wasn't even like it, honestly, it was bigger than The Voice for me. And the reason it was bigger than The Voice for me was because prior to the game starting, the woman in charge, we were talking in the green room and I just said, you know, I want to thank you for this opportunity because I know that you could have selected anyone else. And she said, yeah, she was like, you know, we had, you know, a meeting with the NBA and they were like, who do you want to bring in? What big name? And she said, your name was at the top of our list. And I'm not going to cry. Because the Bible says that your gifts will make room for you and he will bring you before great men. And while I'm over here minding my business, God was speaking my name into the minds and the hearts of people that I don't even know. And so, excuse me, I'm so sorry.
Just listen, y'all put the hearts and the hands and listen, we do this here.
Because God is so faithful and he's so good. And I know that everybody goes through a season in their life where they don't feel like what they've been praying for, what they've been fasting for is going to happen. And it's like the story of David when he didn't want his son to die and he fasted and he prayed and he waited for God to deliver that. But God didn't. His son still died. And he got up and he went on about his way. And that's how we have to be. If God doesn't do it for us, we still have to believe that God is who he says he is and that he will perform what he said, what he spoke. And so I just felt so incredibly blessed last night that while I was over here in my house and the Celtics had won and they were going to the NBA, they were like, we want Michelle Brooks Thompson. We don't want Beyonce. We don't want Rihanna. We want Michelle Brooks Thompson. And the NBA league was like, all right, you bring in Michelle Brooks Thompson. So God is just so good.
Yeah. This was, I don't know who's going to go back and listening. I don't know who's listening now, but somebody needed to hear this morning. Or later on, wherever they're going to listen to it. And there are folks in here now talking about tears and dancing and whatnot, because someone needed to hear this. And I thought it was about just celebrating you and what you're doing, but we never know. And more of an affirmation for you. You don't know, one fan last night could have heard a tone you sang and smiled and went home and didn't do what they were planning to do.
Yes. Yeah.
So Michelle, we're not, because you know we could easily go there. But see, here go Pastor Odom. Here go Pastor Odom. See, I was just gonna say, he said altar call.
Yes, altar call. Yes.
Listen, there are so many. Listen, you are ministering here. Someone needed to hear this today. And so wait, and another sister, I needed to hear this. So Michelle, thank you so much for coming.
Absolutely.
And allowing us to interview you, but thank you for coming and ministering.
Thank you.
And you all go look on Apple Music and down. I'm learning that streaming is cool, but download the track. Never Give Up, because I learned the other night that y'all don't. It's not considered a sale for you all until it's at like 20,000 streams. And
Something
so,
like I guess. I mean, we getting pennies on the download. So
but we need to figure
yeah.
out how we support you and do that. And so, we'll work on that. I'll go download it myself, practice what I preach, because I've been streaming, but I learned that the other day, and so I said I need to start downloading a lot more artists.
Oh, and I was gonna say for those out there, I do have the official recording of the national anthem that Mark arranged for me.
Produced.
Yes. And
That's out there as well on Apple, on all
yes,
streaming
all
platforms.
media outlets, you can download music. We actually released it July 4th weekend of 2021, and I think that has over like 110,000 streams on Spotify, which is really awesome. So you can actually stream it or download it, but it is out there.
I'm so happy for you, Michelle. And it's not often I don't have words. And so anyway, get up off my screen before I slip up under this desk, Jesus. I love and appreciate you.
Thank
Be
you.
encouraged. And just one more note of it. And I told little man, we're going to let her. How you doing, little man? He's like, I'll talk about it. All right, Michelle, go be mommy and wife and whatnot. And we saw you singing Michael Jackson, little man.
I saw you singing Michael.
He's looking at you like, yeah, you put that online, didn't you? Michelle, thank you so much. And we'll be
Thank you, Jimmy.
Thank you. Bye, little man.
Say bye.
Bye.
Listen. I didn't know that was going to go there, and we got a little churchy today. But whether you share the faith belief and whatnot, extract from that. I was in the house. You moved souls last night. Oh, I wish I had shown. I was in the house. Daddy was with the game, y'all. He didn't invite his nephew to come with him. I was in the house. You moved souls last night, and you saved some. Ooh, Thaddeus, we're going to get off of here. Today's Thursday, so you all won't see me again until Monday. I'll be going live Saturday from the BAMS Fest a couple of times. Well, they'll probably kick us off because they're playing. Well, it's a live performance, so they may not kick us off. But that is taking place this weekend. Paula is letting us know her words and the singing moved me while I was just driving home. Thank you. Oh, and good rising all. Hey, Auntie Paula, I saw you got a boo. We're going to leave that right there. She put a post up last night that her boo be calling her while he's riding. And she talk about go ahead and ride and take care of yourself. All right, Auntie Paula. I'm getting off of here, everyone. Have a wonderful weekend. We'll be going live here and there this weekend. Boston Waterfront Coalition, their Wellness Week kicks off this week on Sunday at the Children's Museum. Oh, how could I forget? Thanks for the continued support of King Boston on Thursday and Friday. I didn't have this stuff queued up because I was so busy getting ready for Michelle this morning. We have been invited for free to go to the King Boston days 4 and 5, where they're talking about truth and equity. And I'm trying to figure out how I get that flyer up and ready. But we have been invited. King Boston reached out yesterday morning and said, hey, on Thursday and Friday, we know you talk about equity at law and social justice, and Thursday and Friday, they are focusing on both of those. And so they have given us a code, and I have the flyer ready. So for Thursday and Friday, I don't have the whole setup here, but if you go to the JavaWithJimmy.com website and look at my post from yesterday, you will see information. But beginning on Monday, June 13th, all the way through Friday, June 17th, King Boston is sponsoring their festival of their Embrace Ideas Festival. And we, again, have free tickets for Thursday and Friday. And so if you, I don't have it queued up. It's on the Java with Jimmy page. It's on my personal page. It's on Twitter. Go and click the blog from yesterday, and you will find the information, the guest speakers. The code is there. I'm not going to say the code online now, but you go and register, and in the on my website with the registration link is the code. We have a special code for the Java fam to register for Thursday and Friday. So please take advantage of that. Also, don't forget. On June 23rd at 5 p.m., we will be at the Institute of Contemporary Art of Boston, and we will be there discussing wellness on the waterfront. We have some awesome guests. I believe the guests' names are going to be dropping soon in the major media, and then we'll do it here. They're going to drop them in the major media first. But that's taking place on June 23rd. Don't forget to go get your Love is Love t-shirt. Congresswoman Ayanna Pressley sent me an inbox yesterday about a meme she saw about those that don't support LGBTQ plus through their policies all throughout the year, but then they're jumping on this to make money. And so you got a Black-owned business and a member of the LGBTQ plus community. So go to the website and get your Love is Love t-shirt. And we do have these in stock. The Juneteenth Java with Jimmy T is available. We'll be putting it on the website soon. Those of you that placed your order for this one, they are going out hopefully today. And those of you that are local, I'll reach out to you to pick up. That's it for me this morning. Thank all of you for coming in. I saw Props in the room. I'm not sure if he's still here, but y'all say hi to Props and go and download Never Give Up in the National Anthem by Michelle Brooks Thompson. Thaddeus, thank you so much for sharing your perspective as a Black vet. Thank you. Miss Teresa, I ain't major media. I'm local hood media. But you all have a prosperous and amazing day as well, Nikki. And so show, as she said, I can't talk this morning, show some love to someone, even sometimes if it's tough love or if you have to love from a distance to protect your space and remember self-care, do that. And Ma, never give up. Y'all have a wonderful day. I love you all. Appreciate you all. And if not before, we'll see you Monday morning at 9 a.m. Have a good day, everybody. Never give up, never give up, never give up, and stay thankful.